Hello and welcome back to Total Crypto for another Bcoq Inu. And guys, in this video, exactly what we said in our last video. And in our last video, we did say that if we do break down below this area over here, then the chances are we should be heading even further down, and our target would have been right down here. And had you waited for us to come even as close to here, I'll be looking for a trade. And had you done that today, you would have been up at least 19% move to the upside. We then drop back down to around about 8 or 9-ish%, and then we're actually on the verge of moving our way back up to the top. And guys, this is looking like it could be a very juicy but quite possibly a bumpy ride, but overall, in the grand scheme of things, it looks like we should be powering our way to the upside. So why don't you stick around for the video so we can go through some of these technical analysis and how to trade this move and to hodl. So let's roll the intro. Hello and welcome back to Touch Crypto for this Bcoq Inu video. Right guys, so we've made this nice dump to the downside, and exactly what we said in our last video, that if we do come down further down, it doesn't always have to be precisely to this area, because there is a chance that we could come all the way down and wick in this area. But in trades or trading in general, nothing always gets played out exactly. See, if you were to enter anywhere around about here, that would also be a very good trade, because the probability is that we could go higher up, which is exactly what we did. The problem that we are facing now is, since we've broken structure, and what I mean by that is we went all the way up like so, then we're broken down. We then tried to retest this area here to push our way up, but of course that didn't happen. So instead we went up, then from there we've actually went all the way down, breaking structure. The problem is, whenever we break structure, we then came back only to retest this area over here. Then we saw another move to the downside. The only way that I can remain bullish right now, that is if we do break our way higher up, then quite possibly see a pullback before we see a continuation move to the upside. If that was to play out, we could be looking at, from this trade up from here all the way from up to there, that would give us 78% move to the upside. And guys, that is still pretty decent trade if you ask me. So if you are still holding there, great. If I was you guys, I'll still hold, because we want to see whether we do break up from this area over here. And if we do so, at least our first target should be right at the top of all this invalidation right there to there. And that will still be quite a decent move. Let's pull out the measuring tool. Let's say, for example, from here to there, that will still give you a 35% move to the upside, and that is pretty decent move in general, depending how much you put in initially for your holding back or trading back. Either way guys, 35%, 40, 50% is still a decent move. The question is, are we going to pump it any higher? And I believe that we will. But we just need to pay attention, once again, what's happening with Bitcoin. Let me pull out the Bitcoin chart for you so you can see for yourself. Alright, so it looks like we did in fact wick into this area over here. And then we did actually bounce, well, currently bouncing away back up higher. The only problem that I see here is the fact that we've gone so parabolically up, quite literally, or just staircasing our way up, not exactly parabolic. Whenever we see a pullback like this, it tends to mean that we're going to continue making it moves down. If we only came back into the zone, use it as a support before we make our move back up to the upside. But because we made our move back to the downside, this will be the first area of accumulation. Reason why? Because we formed a red candle here before we've broken back up, which means that this is now becoming like a support area or a block order, which just essentially means that whenever we come back down into this area, it'd be a very great place for accumulation or a re-entry if you are a day trader. But because we are looking for a Bcoq Inu chart, we still need to pay attention to what goes on to Bitcoin, because ultimately whenever Bitcoin goes down in a massive move down or to the upside, it will take the whole market up or down. And because of Bcoq Inu, if it goes down, BTC this is in above 4 or 5%, quite possibly we can see Bcoq Inu going much further down, and in fact we could come back to retest all the way. Let me get rid of this. We can come back and retest all the way back down into the zone over here. Still wouldn't be such a bad thing to happen if you ask me, because we have been making this massive move to the upside, then we kind of went sideways here, and it looks like it's becoming into like a tight squeeze in this area, which means we should be expecting a massive move imminently and coming in the next few days. And yeah, when it comes down to technical analysis, that's what exactly how it looks like. But we still need to pay attention what goes on with Bitcoin. Either way, guys, we are seeing a higher high, and what I mean by that is, if you look at the chart currently, look at this, that shows me that we are still on the uprise and going up to the upside. We just need to make sure we do break up this area in order for us to remain top half of the charts, so we can be continually making our moves right back to the top of our last highs, or should I say the last discovery highs that we've previously went to, which is now previous high, right up there. If this was to play out, which I believe it will play out soon, that is for sure. It will take a few days. I'm not expecting anything to happen straight away. This is crypto at the end of the day and trading. So with that said, I'm going to have to give you a disclaimer, of course, that this is not financial advice. This is something which I've been doing for years, and I'm just sharing it with my audience and everyone who's looking to trade or to get into cryptocurrency space, especially Bcoq Inu, because I'm covering this particular chart to share my knowledge, and hopefully we can all make big bangs together and a massive ride to the upside, hopefully. So that will give us at least 143% back up to the upside. Not precisely, but around about, depending where you like to measure it from. I like to measure it from the body of the candle. Some people may like to go all the way up to the top of the wicks, and if that is the case, that'd be 165% move to the upside. Well, we are, guys, it is still an amazing trade, but just like what I said in my last video, I don't believe that will be it in terms of how high can we go. We can even pull out the Fibonacci retracement tool, and I'm going to demonstrate to you exactly how you can do that on this video. So firstly, you need to go to the symbol over here, click on that area, that's sideways arrow, and then you have your Fib retracements, then you have all these other bits over here. However, we are looking at the Fib retracements, so we don't really care too much about these just as of yet, because there are multiple different strategies that you can use, but I do prefer to use a Fibonacci retracement tool. So you measure right from the top of the wick all the way down to the bottom of our last move to the break to the upside. And then if we were to minimize and zoom out of the chart just a little bit, then we can see that there is a huge right at the top here is at the end of the Fibonacci retracement tool. So what do we do here? From here we pull out the measuring tool, and then from here Just measure it from our current price, drag all the way up right to the top of the Fibonacci retracement tool, and that will give you precisely, or around about, should I say, 1,170% move to the upside. See guys, that is like 10x, an easy 10x, from where we are. So depending how much money you put into Bcoq Inu, and whether you've been accumulating on the way down, you'll be seeing at least 11x here quite easily. However, I don't believe that will be it. In fact, we're still super low in terms of the market cap and the total liquidity within Bcoq Inu. I can easily see 100%, so 100x move to the upside. But what if, in this crazy price prediction that I'm just about to reveal to you, like I have revealed in my previous video, if you haven't checked that out yet already, you may check so over here, and then you can go and check that one out. But to save you a bit of time, what if we go up to 0.003, and that's not even a half a cent? If we do that, guys, we'll be looking at, here we are, not yet, we should be looking at in the regions of, I don't know why that's anyway actually, of at least 204%, 200 odd percent, 1,000 move to the upside. And guys, that is how you can make millions if you were just to hodl long and you keep your bags without feeling the need to take out any profits and whatnot, and whenever it dips down you add more to your bag so you can come close to that $1 million move. And that is how you make millions in cryptocurrency, guys, is by getting into a project quite early or very early, then you hodl until we get into those all-time high prices, and then once you have a target in mind, then guys, you can make pretty decent gains. How much so? Well, firstly, it depends on the coin fundamentals, the fundamentals, and also the popularity of that particular coin. If we do see a burn in the supply of the coin, that means the demand is going to be there and it should shoot even higher. Now, I'm sure with Bcoq Inu that there are a burn mechanism happening, so that means we should be expecting even more crazier price coming in for Bcoq Inu. Hence why I said it wouldn't be out of the realm if we do see Bcoq Inu at 1 cent. Either way, guys, I'm going to leave the channel, leave the video as it is, and if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, guys, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to my channel over here, check out my last video over here, and if you haven't yet, go to my description and you can find my link to my Total Crypto 23 Patreon, and I'll see you all in the next one.